ready to start cooking?
I did tell her that she can start cutting.
Do you want to see if she can turn her camera back on?
Yeah. Alejandra? Mm,
Sí, aquí estoy.
¿Está bien? ¿Está bien?
Sí, ahí más o menos voy picando.
Ok, ¿y no puedes oír?
Sí, le escucho.
Ok, qué bueno. No hay tanta familia hoy, so es como quien dice nada más tú.
¿Cómo?
Que no hay tanta familia hoy, so como quien dice es nada más usted que está aquí.
Ah, ok. Aquí estoy con José Luis.
Okay.
He's the only one here?
Yes.
Alumno para
I know Michelle, she's the only one cooking and she is speaking in Spanish, but can you do a little mix of both?
Me?
Both of you? Just do like a
I
mix
can
of
do Spanish and Ashley can do the English one.
Does that work, Ashley?
Ingredients?
Bilingual. So if other families want to watch this, they'll be able to watch if they're English or Spanish speaking, because we're going to put it up on YouTube.
Okay. So is Ashley?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I was like frozen. Okay, yes, go
The
ahead.
ingredients?
Yep.
You want us to start now?
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Hello, I'm Ashley Gomez, co-instructor from Deliciously Healthy, and today we'll be making frittatas. So the utensils we will need are our cutting board, our knife, a bowl, a whisk, a spatula, and a non-stick pan. Rochelle, would you like to say the ingredients?
Yeah. So for today, we need, of course, the eggs, which is the main part of the frittata. And for our vegetables, we have some kale. We have bell peppers, both orange and red. And we have zucchini. We have some onions. And we have cheese. And then for the extra, we need some olive oil or butter, your choice, and salt and pepper.
Thank you, Rochelle. So our first step is that we'll be whisking our eggs. We will need 3 eggs and a medium to large bowl, and we'll crack each of our eggs into a large bowl.
Ashley, could you use more eggs if you had more family members?
Yeah, if this recipe could feed up to 2 people, we can double the recipe if you want to feed like more family members.
Rochelle, could you tell our families what she's doing in Spanish?
Yes. So ahora vamos a poner nuestros huevos en un...
And now we're whisking.
Yes. Y necesitamos 6 huevos.
We want just our eggs to come together homogeneous.
What are some of the nutrition facts that eggs give us, or nutrition?
Eggs, it contains protein, which can boost our energy and overall help us and get us more active.
And overall, all the colors, there's like a lot of different colors. We have red, orange, green, yellow.
Nice. Okay, so now that we have our eggs beaten, we can go on to our vegetables. So,
Salt and pepper.
oh yes, you have to salt your eggs with salt and peppers. Just a little bit. Don't over salt your eggs.
¿Puedo ir?
Se baten los 6 huevos y se le echa un toque de sal.
Sí, un poquito de sal y
A los huevos, sí.
Ok.
Puedes usar 6, pero si tienes más gente, puedes usar más huevos si quieres.
Now we're ready to cut our onions. We would like to put our hands in a damp ocean. Cut it in half. And we don't need to use the whole onion, so we can just use half of our onion, peel the skin, because we're not going to eat the skin, and cut off the stem of the onion. So what we like to do is cut it horizontally, the onion on its side over here, and then cut vertical strips. Remember to have a bear claw, and remember to hold your knife firm with your index finger, your thumb on the blade. You have a bear claw and cut your strips on your onion. And Rochelle, she had her onion in strips, but I would like to be dicing, like lightly chopping my onions. So what I'll do is I'll just cut it from top to bottom. Until you have all your onions cut. And this is basically
calabacín se pica
how
en
we cut our
cuadritos
onions.
o el calabacín se puede picar como si fueran lajas. Slash. ¿Cómo se puede picar el calabacín?
Perdón, ¿lo puedes repetir?
¿El calabacín se puede picar a lo largo? ¿O se puede picar en rueditas? ¿Cómo?
Yo personalmente lo corté en mitad y así, en mitad.
Perfecto.
Lo corté
Ok.
así. Pero como
Muy
usted quiera.
While you're finished cutting your onions, you put it on a separate bowl, which we call it mise en place. And we can move on to the zucchini. You would like to cut off the stems of the zucchini. And I'm gonna cut it in half because I don't like a lot of zucchini. And what we will like is nice slices. Your slices could be like 1/4 inch, or if you like it thinner, you can cut your zucchinis a little thinner, but they don't need to be very thin because they're gonna
so they can cook faster, yeah.
yeah. So you would put your chopped up zucchini in a mise en place bowl and separate it. And now we will have our kale. We don't need to cut these much. Just have your knife sturdy on your hand and just bunch your kale together in just large chops because they'll cook now. And when you have your kale, you put it in a separate bowl. And your final vegetable is your bell pepper. You would like to cut the bottom and cut the top of your pepper. And then cut the sides. and just remove all the innards of your bell pepper. Now that you have your bell pepper flattened down, we would like to cut your bell pepper into nice ribbons. Just cut it down. Into nice ribbons.
Are you doing ribbons or dice? I'm doing mine diced.
You can do dice if you prefer. I'm chopping my red bell peppers into ribbons. I mean, yeah, I said bell peppers.
Can you explain that in Spanish, Rochelle?
Alejandra, ¿me oye?
Aquí estoy.
¿Cómo?
Estoy picando
¿Cómo?
ahorita, la ramita esta verde, ¿cómo se llama acá?
Ajá, kale. Sí.
¿Cómo se llama lo verde?
Se llama
Esta.
kale. Kale se llama.
Pero en español, ¿cómo se llama?
No sé, pero te puedo dejar saber.
Rochelle, would you like to take over the next step?
Ah, como acelga. ¿Se pica en tiritas? ¿O cómo se pica?
I think it's col rizada.
Oh, col rizada. Sí. Col rizada. So, eso usted lo puede cortar como quiera, porque como quiera se pone chiquito cuando lo cocinamos. So, lo puede coger y cortarlo así como quiera en tiritos.
If you like, you can just cut them dice. Rochelle, are you ready for the next step?
I'm currently doing my red peppers. Are you ready? I think Alejandra is still doing her vegetables.
She's still cutting her vegetables?
Yeah, she's doing kale. So we can wait on her.
So this is a good time maybe to talk about other vegetables that we could put in this instead. If we don't have bell peppers, if we don't have zucchini, even if we don't have onions, can you think of any other vegetables we could put into this?
Corn.
Corn,
You
yeah.
can use tomatoes, you can use spinach, you can use any vegetables you have. You can use green onions if you have green onions. You can use, there's a lot of vegetables. Any vegetables that you have handy, you can just use them.
So this recipe is like a very flexible one. It doesn't have to be.
That's kind of why we like doing our recipe templates, because you can substitute things or add things to your liking.
Kale has always been my favorite vegetable. I love kale and I love the zucchini. They're just delicious, and so I'm glad we're making this today.
I like all the colors. There's so many pretty colors. All right. She's still cutting, so we can finish our vegetables and then we can get to cooking. Have you ever made a frittata before, Ashley?
So whenever everyone's ready, we can move on to our next step.
Alejandra, ¿no dejas saber cuando esté lista para empezar a cocinar? Si termino de cortar todo.
Sí, ya me falta un poquitito y listo.
Ok, está bien. Si quieres,
Alejandra, ¿esta es tu primera vez cocinando frittatas?
Es mi primera vez cocinando estas recetas porque no las conozco. O sea, no, realmente no sé ni siquiera qué van a hacer de receta. Me estoy dejando llevar así tal cual como lo hacen ustedes. Y así voy aprendiendo otro tipo de comidas. Pero no, yo cocino comida venezolana.
¿Y qué has hecho como tal vez huevos
No
enteros
escucho, mi
o
amor.
este mayoritariamente es huevos? ¿Qué recetas has hecho con que es mayormente huevos?
¿Es como una tortilla?
Sí, es mayormente huevos con vegetales, casi como un omelette.
Ok. Ya me falta un poquitito y ya casi termino para comenzar. Les aviso.
Esto es bien.
There you go. Stop throwing.
Miss Paula wrote in the chat box in Spanish. I'm going to try to read it out loud.
Michelle explained to mom, es como una
Oh,
de huevos en diferentes vegetales.
sí.
Y usted le puede añadir, si quiere un día hacerlo otra vez, pero quiere añadirle otro tipo de vegetal, también lo puede hacer.
She said she's almost done chopping and she'll let us know when she's done.
Adding adobo. Yeah, most of it.
Not one of the families are adding adobo?
Like the diamond was adding adobo.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, put some
In the eggs.
yeah.
Listo, ya terminé de cortar.
Okay.
Acá está todo
Ya
ya
estás
cortado.
listo.
Ooh, that looks very nice.
Ya lo corté ya. Ahora, ¿qué paso sigue?
Tell everyone to preheat the oven in case they want to finish it off in the oven.
Oh, we're not using the oven.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
Okay. Ahora, puedes mover coger un pan. No sabes cómo decir en español. Un pan. Pane.
Un
Para
sartén.
prender un aceite, sí, yeah. And prenda la estufa, we can get our pan and turn on the stove. If you have all your vegetables cut.
Do we put it on medium?
Yes, put them to medium.
Yes.
We can add un poquito de aceite. Puedes echar un poco.
Si quiere usar mantequilla, también puede usar mantequilla.
We can just add butter or olive oil to our pan. We don't need much if you're using a non-stick pan, but if your pan is not non-stick, then I advise that you use a little bit more oil or butter. While we're waiting for our pan to heat up, we can get all our vegetables prepped and ready to go in the pan.
Alejandra, ¿tiene un sartén que no se pega con tapa? Sí, she can.
Michelle, if you would like to carry out the next steps.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my oil to heat up.
Okay, love.
Ya puse a calentar el sartén
Y tiene,
con un poquito de
este sartén
aceite de
tiene
oliva.
una tapa.
¿Cómo?
Este sartén tiene una tapa.
Say it one more time, Michelle.
¿Tienes algo con
Yeah,
que
sure,
tapar
it
el
has a good-
sartén?
Yes.
Sí, tenemos una tapa para el sartén.
Qué bueno, porque necesitamos eso. Cuando caliente el aceite puede empezar a
escucha?
poner. Cuando caliente el aceite puedes empezar a poner tus cebollas.
Ok, perfecto.
Con un spátula o un cuchara tú puedes mover las cebollas. What are you doing?
How will we know when our onions are done?
When they kind of become transparent. When they become transparent, when you start seeing them, and when they start getting caramelized, or a little brown, then you know it's ready.
Alguien preguntó que cómo saben si la cebolla está cocinada y Michelle dijo si está un poquito marrón o si la ve que el color cambia y está hasta un poco translúcida, quiere decir que está cocinada. También todo depende del gusto de cada uno también.
Si quiere puede ir moviéndola para que no se quemen las cebollas. Puedes ir moviéndola para que no se quemen. Y cuando se ve como transparente, o un poco marrón, puedes poner los otros vegetales. A mí siempre me coge como 5 minutos para las cebollas. Siempre espero que estén un poco marrón. What about you, Ashley? How do you wait for your onions?
I generally wait when it's lightly brown and caramelized. That's how I know when my onions are done because I just look at the onions when they're like brown. That's how I know they're done. Now I'll be adding my zucchini.
Está listo la cebolla. Puede empezar a poner los otros vegetales. Great already. Yo voy a empezar con esto. Puedes dejar esto de último porque eso se cocina muy rápido. So puedes dejar eso de último. I was just telling her how we leave the kale for last since it does go easier. ¿Cómo le está yendo?
If you need to lower your volume, if your onions are burning or anything, don't be afraid to lower your volume because we don't want anything to burn.
And look how pretty all the colors are.
I love the smell of cooking onions. It smells so good.
This is my favorite part of it, all the colors.
Now I'm going to be adding my bell peppers because my onions and my zucchini are well cooked. Don't you love the smell of vegetables?
Yes,
Cooked
the
onions
onions.
smell amazing. So pretty, it's so cute. Cooking and mixing. Don't forget to mix your vegetables all together. We don't want one side burning and the other side not.
Si quieres, puedes ir moviendo los vegetales para que no se le queme.
I will be adding my lid so it can just cook a little bit quicker.
I'm also gonna do that. And
If you want
after
to add a
this,
little bit of water, you can add a little bit of water so it steams well. I'll just add my lid for a couple seconds.
the peppers already have a lot of moisture in them, so it's optional.
Yes, it's optional. These vegetables, I just added a tad bit of water so it can steam.
Yeah, the peppers have a lot of like water, so.
Don't forget to keep your station clean and tidy because a clean kitchen is a happy kitchen.
Alejandra le echó ajíes.
¿Puedes repetir, por favor?
Estaba preguntando si le echó ajíes rojo y naranja.
Ese era más amarillo que es el que tengo.
Okay. ¿Se lo
Es
echaste?
pimentón amarillo, la cebolla y el calabacín en rueditas.
¿Y el ají estaba en la funda?
Me dieron fue nada más un amarillo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the peppers were all different colors.
Yeah, I think she only got yellow ones. Which is why I was asking, because I didn't see the red ones.
I use my yellow bell peppers. So now that my vegetables are cooked, I will be adding the kale because that cooks the quickest. It's important to have vegetables in all your meals because of all the vitamins and keeps your body working and healthy and happy.
So,
Si
terminó, si están ready los vegetales, puede empezar a echarle.
Okay.
Sí. Y quiero que vea cuántos colores hay, que es muy bueno que las recetas tengan muchos vegetales y colores, porque eso es muy bueno para ti. Y después que le eche, eso puede taparlo porque se pone chiquito. Lo pueden menear y después taparlo.
Now that I added my kale, I'll be adding the lid, as Rochelle previously stated.
I know that La Diamond added adobo. Is there any other spices that we could add to this if we wanted to make it our own and jazz it up?
You can add some red bell
I need
peppers.
some Cajun seasoning.
Oh, Cajun seasoning.
Oh,
Or you can chili peppers. Something
And
spicy if
adobo.
you like.
I have-
Estamos diciendo que si quiere le puedes poner más sazón en los huevos. Si quiere ponerlo más sazón. I'm sorry, you can continue.
Oh, I have some paprika. Do you think that would work?
If you want some spice in it too, and the spice can also come from the cheese, since we are gonna add some cheese later. You can put some pepper jack cheese if you want to add some spice to it.
Be mindful anytime you add spices, because if you like overpower the food and spices, then it may taste, a little weird, a little funky, but it's always right to know which is the right seasonings for any meal. This doesn't have very much seasonings because we're adding salt and pepper. So if you want to add something spicy or a little bit of seasoning, that's okay. But it's everyone's preference. Everyone has their own preference. Everyone has their own taste. So yeah.
The mix of
I'll be
the onions
checking-
and the vegetables smells so good.
You should always check your vegetables from time to time to know whether or not if it's cooked or not. Ready? Always be mindful of the temperature. See if you don't want any of your food to burn. If you need to lower your temperature, lower it.
Se ve muy bien, Alejandra. Mine are pretty much done. The kale is good.
If all your vegetables are done, then you can go ahead and add your eggs. Si ya estás tus vegetables, puedo echar tus huevos a la sartén.
Ya le podemos hacer
¿Están
algo.
listos? Sí, ¿están
ya.
listos? ¿Los vegetales están listos?
Sí, ya están listos.
Ok, so pueden echar los huevos y
You can gently mix your eggs so you can have it all
move
incorporated.
it
to the
around.
vegetable.
Yes. I'm going to move it around a little so that it can reach the bottom.
Now that you mixed your egg a little bit, out of echa the top, we're gonna add your top and let it cook for 5 minutes or so.
Cuando le echen los huevos, podemos taparlos por algunos minutos hasta que alrededor estén cocinados. Trata de moverlo un poco para que esté cubierto todo. So, si lo quiero mover un chin así, para que esté cubierto todos los lados y lo tapamos.
You would like to keep your pan in a low heat so it doesn't burn.
Si quiere puede poner mediano o bajito el fuego para que no se quemen los huevos.
Now that we are waiting for our eggs to cook, we can go ahead and clean our stations or clean anything that we use. Put it in the sink if you like.
Y si quieren hacer esto otra vez, lo bueno de esto es que pueden añadirle más cosas si quieren. Son más sazones, más vegetales que les gusten, pueden añadirlo. So, si tienen tomates o cualquier otro vegetal, lo pueden añadir. Esto va a coger un poco minutos, o si quiere puede ir recogiendo, o si tienes alguna pregunta, no puedes preguntar algo. As you can see, the sides of mine are already cooking. Y puedes empezar a sacar tus quesos. Le dieron queso en la funda.
Ashley, I'm not sure if you're talking, but we can't hear you right now.
You can add your cheese. Sorry, I was muted. You can add your cheese over on top of your frittatas.
Yes, ahora puede empezar a poner el queso. Y si tiene otro tipo de queso, también lo puedes echar.
Any cheese that you guys prefer. Like, it's your frittata. Today we're using cheddar cheese. It can go good with low moisture mozzarella or extra sharp cheddar cheese, or even Parmesan if you like. Any cheese that you prefer, you can add it to your frittata.
I do want to just say we do have another parent who joined us. Latoya, are you there?
I'm here, yes.
Hi, I know you came late, but hopefully you can witness the beautiful creations we made.
Yes, we're cooking frittatas. We've cut our vegetables and cooked it in our sauteing with our eggs.
You can see all the pretty colors.
It's so pretty. I love it. Smells so good in my kitchen right now. I hope your guys' kitchen smells as good as mine does.
Latoya, were you able to get ingredients from the school?
No, but I can watch and then learn and send Paula a picture and then see if it came out similar.
Yes, definitely. And maybe towards the end, ladies, if you could just quickly run through the whole process.
Yeah.
It's a pretty easy recipe, and usually you can do it with things around your house as a quick breakfast or dinner.
I do believe we have extra bags of the ingredients at school. So also, Ms. Coleman, you can have your scholar probably pick up a bag and bring it home tomorrow.
Thank you. She was supposed to, but I don't know what happened. But I'll make sure so I can send Miss Paula my picture.
You can start with your spatula and kind of going around the edges to make sure that it's nice and cooked. And you can put down the heat. Puedes bajarle el fuego como casi está listo. No queremos que se queme.
This is a relatively simple recipe, so I feel like I'm fully confident you guys can cook it on your own and cook it. And do you guys see that you can generally cook this on your own or see it cooking on your own time?
These are all looking great. Ashley, is yours almost done? Se ve muy bien, Alejandra.
Una pregunta mía, ¿ustedes las voltean o las dejan cocinar así?
No, vamos a dejarla un chin con la tapa porque lo vamos a cortar como si sea una pizza casi. Solo vamos a dejar así. Se ve muy bien. Lo pueden tapar para que se pueda cocinar lo de arriba.
Ok, perfecto.
You can also put it in the oven, correct?
Muchas gracias.
If they have a oven safe pan, because not everyone has that, so which is why we're doing it in the oven. I mean, sorry, in the stove.
Okay, thank you.
A mí me cuesta un poco voltearla porque como tengo una sola mano disponible y José
Sí,
Luis
no
no
tiene
sabe
que
cocinar muy bien
voltearla.
todavía.
Sí, no tiene que voltearla. Estaban
Voy a
haciendo
hacer
muy
todo lo
bien.
posible voy a hacer todo lo posible entre los dos de voltearla, pues hacemos un desastre, no se asusten.
Pero no tiene que voltearla. Nada más tiene que como alrededor para que no se queme. Lo
Sí,
de
pero yo creo que
alrededor.
le hace falta cocción por el lado de arriba.
Sí, por eso dije que lo tape para que no pueda. Si quiero lo puede hacer así alrededor para que no se queme. Pero
Sí,
lo
ya yo
puede
la
dejar
despegué y todo.
Sí,
Falta
perfecto. Porque,
voltearla un poquito para que se cocine bien. Vamos a ver cómo hacemos, ya va.
sí, porque lo vamos a cortar como en pedazos, como si fuera bizcocho o algo. I was explaining how she thought we were supposed to flip it, but I kind of told her that, to leave it like that because we're going to do slices as if it was like cake or pizza. So I just kind of let her know that she can't, flip it over.
I think also the important thing is making sure that it's fully cooked as well.
Yes, that's what she was saying because she was saying how she noticed that the top wasn't cooked, which is why I said to leave the top on so that the top could stay cooking. And which is also why you can't do that high of a temperature because the bottom is already cooked, cooks faster than the top. We don't want any burnt eggs. Is Ashley done?
Excuse me?
Are you done? Or
Am
are you
I
still
done?
waiting on yours? Yes.
I'm still waiting on my frittatas to continue cooking because
Aquí
like the
logramos
top.
voltearla. Se partió un poquito, pero la logramos.
No tenía que voltearla. La podía dejar así.
No, es que estaba como muy gruesa y entonces no se iba a cocinar bien por la parte de arriba.
Sí, por eso fue que yo dije que lo dejé en una tapa porque no tenía que voltearla, pero está
No,
bien.
es que yo le coloco la tapa. Lo que pasa es que como es un poquito gruesa, igual se estaba ya pegando de los lados con bajita llama y iba a quemarse
Ok.
de los lados después.
Sí,
Bueno,
está
ya la
bien.
volteamos.
Sí, está bien. Perfecto.
Está bien.
Si está bien cocinada, lo puedes apagar. Si está bien cocinada de los dos lados, yo estoy esperando que lo de arriba se cocine bien. She did flip hers, which is what she was telling me because she said the top wasn't being cooked. Yeah.
Was she able to do it successfully?
Yeah, she did. She was just
Oh, I
saying,
mean, impressive.
Yeah, right?
You got it.
She was struggling because she has only one working arm.
You could tell her, or like if Jose's there, what she could have done is taken a plate and flipped it,
Yeah.
but successful nonetheless.
All right, so right now I'm kind of just checking if it's nicely cooked, kind of going under. All right, mine is pretty cooked from the top, which is what I was waiting for. Since the top was what was taking longer.
I think I'm gonna flip mine as well because
what it looks like.
Even if the bottom, I feel like the bottom's gonna burn.
So
Yes, I was just
the-
waiting on the top.
And this is where putting it in the oven does come in handy, because when you do put it in the oven, it cooks the top.
Yeah.
But because none of us really have the oven-proof safe pans, it's a little bit more difficult.
Alejandra, si ya está listo de los dos lados, si ya está cocinado, lo puedes apagar. ¿Puedes chequearlo si está bien cocinado? Y si está bien cocinado, ya está listo. Porque esta receta tradicionalmente va en la estufa abajo, pero
What you
como
guys
no
can
todo el
do
mundo, sí.
is, if you like, you can put your frittata on a plate and then get your pan over the frittata and get a towel so you don't burn your hands on the burning pan. And then what you want to do is have a quick flipping motion. This is scary, so hold your breath and you flip it, your frittata, and you have it cooked. See, mine was burning a tad bit, but like, thank God it's not completely burnt. Like, it wasn't completely steaming, so that's why I decided to flip it so it can cook well inside. That's why this recipe, normally you would like to bake it so it can cook all the way, but we prefer today that we're not going to cook it together because not everyone has an oven safe pan. So this is what generally you can do.
Me personally, I'm going to leave it in the pan and cut a slice and kind of show how it looks like.
You're gonna cut it in the pan?
Yes, I'm gonna put it in the pan since I did scoop under and it's ready to be cut. You can tell it's ready to be cut. I'm just gonna put it in the pan and get a slice for myself. Alejandra, ¿terminaste? Si ya está bien cocinada, solo puede apagar. Si quieres, le puede echar más queso si quieres.
So I believe my frittata is done. My pan is non-stick, so I will not be putting it in my pan. So I'll just flip my frittata over on my pan.
Okay, I'm gonna cut mine in the pan.
Here's my cooked frittata. It's so pretty and it smells so good. My mom was trying to steal my frittata from me. It's fine.
I like your large slices of kale that are coming through because they are very colorful.
Thank you. I didn't cut my kale very much, so.
So Diamond,
So-
did you finish yours by any chance?
It's Auntie approved.
Is everyone-
Sorry, Ludab, go ahead. She said what?
Me?
Oh, were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was like, it's Auntie approved.
Yes.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Wow, look at all of these.
Y aquí está nuestra tortilla con los vegetales ya lista, ya servida en el plato, ya lista para comer.
Si quieres, le puedo poner cualquier cosa arriba, más queso, si quiere salsa, o yo le voy a poner un poco de recao.
Coleman is
Vamos a ver ahora
complimenting on
los
all
que le gustan.
Sí, eso es lo bueno que poner lo que le gusta.
So it is 6:05. I just want to be aware of time. Are we all taste testing?
Yes. You can go ahead and cut your frittatas.
Sí, lo puede probar y decirnos cómo le gusta.
It's called
My mom is with me today.
Send me a
She
piece,
wants to
lady.
eat my frittatas.
Yes. Well, we also want to see yours, Ms. Coleman, once you're done. So we expect that picture. Yes. What are our reviews? Are you finished trying it too?
Quedó riquísima.
Qué bueno. She said it came out very good, which is great. Yes, I like how everything kind of blends in. And we have like a little bit of everything. And the egg is kind of balanced, which is great.
Aquí, agárrala. Agarra un palito.
Wow, yours guys look so good.
Yes, look at
Aquí está
that.
nuestro plato.
Wow.
Let me take a screenshot real quickly. Hold on. Everybody hold up your plate so I can take a screenshot. Love it. Beautiful.
Delicious. So we can now fry the frittatas.
¿Cómo le gustó la receta? ¿Estaba fácil? Did you hear me? I don't think you can hear me.
I bit on that. On it very hot. It's extremely hot, but it's really good.
¿Cómo estaba la receta? ¿La encontraron fácil?
Jose, did you try some? Did you both try some?
What are you saying?
Did you try some yet?
Yeah.
How is it?
So tasty.
What's that? It tastes really good. You can taste the onions and all these vegetables, and it's the cheese. The cheese is what really gives it, what brings it all together.
This would be great for a quick breakfast. If you have some vegetables laying around. Or even if you have other meats. If you have meat, you can add some.
It's really yummy. It's delicious.
I think we're done. I think we're. ¿Le gustó la receta? Did you hear us?
She's muted. She's muted.
She's muted. No la podemos oír. Yeah, she can hear us. I don't think she can. No la podemos oír. No la podemos oír.
But you didn't want to try and make frittatas? I'd rather
Tiene
say
muy
like-
bajo el volumen, no se escucha mucho.
Pregunté si la receta estaba fácil y si le gustó.
Sí, la receta estuvo bastante fácil, muy práctica y estaba riquísima.
Qué bueno.
La verdad nos encantó.
Muchísimas gracias.
Estamos listos para irnos y ojalá que les gustó todo.
Wait, I'm sorry. There you go, Ashley.
Yeah, I was just saying how we're done. And ya terminamos. Ojalá que les gustó todo. Y hicieron muy bien trabajo hoy.
Sí, muchísimas gracias. De verdad estamos muy complacidos de compartir con todos ustedes esta experiencia en la cocina, ya que así José Luis va a aprender a cocinar. Ya muy pronto me va a tener que cocinar él a mí.
Muchas gracias por estar aquí.
Michelle, can you just remind her one about the survey if she got the email to complete the survey? It's in Spanish. Yeah, do that first.
Le mandaron un survey para que pueda llenarlos. So, si puede chequear, le puedes preguntar a José si puede chequear su teléfono porque le mandaron algo para llenar.
Ok, perfecto.
Sí, porque es importante porque como usted vino a muchas secciones, van a dar como un premio o algo, so, para que pueda ponerse en el premio.
Ok, muy bien. Entonces salimos de la clase y llenamos el formulario.
Sí, por favor.
Perfecto. Muchas gracias. Feliz noche. Dios los bendiga.
Thank you, Mr.
Muchísimas gracias.
Kuzul.
Dios
I
te
know.
bendiga, but
Real
God
quickly,
bless you.
for the
Bendiciones.
ladies, Mr. Kuzul just joined again. Can we just quickly show him the final product? I know he's still driving though, so be careful.
Hey, is Polo on?
She left already.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
here's our frittatas.
Nice. Real nice.
Tastes and smells so good. You should definitely join us next time.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm working in Brooklyn now. I'm trying to my car. And I gotta get right back on the highway now.
Oh gosh, busy schedule.
All right.
All right, thank you everyone. Nice job, ladies. I'll see everyone next
Thank
week.
you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
Bye.
Bye, bye.
Good night, Miss Arlene. Bye.
Good night. Have a good night.
Hola, Miss.